Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you some vocabulary and idioms from a CBC News article published on December 3rd. And it's about the recent Trump's joke about Canada becoming the US 51st state. I just want to give you a very short gist of the news. During a social dinner at Mar-a-Lago, President-elect Trump joked to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that if Canada struggles with US tariffs, the 25% tariffs that you might have heard about, Canada might as well become the 51st state of the US. The topic really piqued my interest, and I thought, why not turn it into a lesson? So we want to read some parts of the article together, and I specify some interesting words, idioms in the text. So I'm going to start with the title. Trump's quip about Canada becoming 51st state was a joke, says minister who was there. What is the meaning of quip? Quip is a clever remark or a witty remark, often made as a joke or humor. So in this context, quip refers to Trump's joke about Canada becoming the 51st state of the US. For example, my friend's quip about my plans made everyone laugh. Another word that is quite interesting to learn is the word annex or annex. So remember, both pronunciations are fine. You could either pronounce it as annex or annex as a verb. So I read this whole section to contextualize the word, and then I'll explain the meaning with an example. Public Safety Minister Dominic LeBlanc, who was with Trudeau at the intimate dinner at Mar-a-Lago, said Trump's quip was quite clearly a joke. As you see, we got the word quip another time here, the witty remark. And not some sort of signal of a serious plan to annex Canada. What is annex? Annex means to add a territory to a country. So here again, it refers to the joke Trump's made about Canada becoming the 51st state of the US. For example, you could say the country decided to annex the neighboring land after the treaty. The third word is lighthearted. Let me highlight it first and I'll explain the meaning of lighthearted. It's here. I'll read the whole section and then I'll explain the meaning of lighthearted. In a 3-hour social evening at the president's residence in Florida on a long weekend of American Thanksgiving, the conversation was going to be lighthearted. The president was telling jokes. The president was teasing us. It was, of course, in no way a serious comment, LeBlanc said. So the context somehow clarifies the meaning of lighthearted, and you can easily guess what it means. But lighthearted means something not serious, playful in tone. For example, we had a lighthearted conversation about our weekend plans. Let's learn the next word, which is rattle Canadian cages. It's here. Let me highlight it first. According to the text, Gerald Butts, a former senior advisor to Trudeau, said in a social media post Tuesday that Trump used this 51st state line all the time with Trudeau in his first term, and that it's a dig he uses to rattle Canadian cages. Let me read this last line one more time to better understand the context. It's a dig he uses to rattle Canadian cages. A dig is a witty remark. Rattle someone's cages means to make them feel nervous or to provoke an emotion. So here in this context means rattle Canadian cages means to make Canadians feel nervous. Or let me give you another example. The comment was meant to rattle Canadian cages and see how they would react. And the last word, bilateral relationship. Let me highlight it first. I'll read the section where bilateral relationship is used, and then I'll explain the meaning of the term, and I'll give you another example. He said the president-elect doesn't really like Trudeau, but tolerated him because he had to, given the importance of the bilateral relationship. Bilateral relationship is like a two-way relationship, a two-way trade-based relationship between two countries. For example, trade is a key part of the bilateral relationship between Canada and the US. So we've read some parts of the CBC article, the one titled Trump's quip about Canada becoming the 51st state was a joke. Read the whole article, it's quite interesting. Based on the article, we've worked on 5 vocabulary items. The first one was quip. You remember the meaning? Annex or annex, light-hearted, bilateral relationships, and rattle someone's cages. It's quite important to make your own examples with these new words to activate them in your mind. So if you like, you can drop your examples in the comments and let others learn how to use a word in different contexts and different ways. I hope you found the lesson useful and see you in the next video.